Because this planet was our heaven for a long time, and they made it their heaven. And then they tricked us into religion and told us that heaven was in the sky with some sky god who has no name. And then later on they say, oh yeah, you know, his name is Jehovah. But then they say, oh, his name is Yahweh. Then they say his name is Yahushua. Then they say they have so many different names. They say, well, he has many names, knowing that we are gods of this realm. They took our heaven and made it their heaven, and they gave us hell. They gave us their money, their government, their corporations, their fake-ass laws, their education system. They gave us their people. They gave us Martin Luther King, who had this fake-ass dream that was all orchestrated and choreographed by this Saxon-based government. I had a dream of little black boys and little white girls holding hands saying free at last. How the fuck you gonna be free holding your enemy's hands? They gave us a bunch of false lies, a bunch of false indications. Then they told us, they'll say, Malcolm X fought for y'all freedom. No, Malcolm X fought for the Nation of Islam. And he got killed by his own. Martin Luther King got killed by his own. Yeah, Jesse Jackson took out Martin Luther King, just like Louis Farrakhan took out Malcolm X. But they made our life hell. Sprayed with hoses, chewed up by dogs, shot down, killed, hung, maimed. Had us disenfranchised, took our land, had illegal court services, and took shit that didn't belong to them. You know, every time I watch Star Wars, I'm like, okay, the only way we're going to defeat this enemy now is we're going to have to go to these motherfuckers. You know, I watch Star Wars and then it's like, what's the message? Why am I constantly going back to Star Wars? Why am I constantly going back? And it's like, you know, you want to destroy your enemy? You got to go where he is. But you got to make sure that you have your weapons and everything tight and ready. Because you can't go half-assed because your enemy will fight harder than you. Because your enemy knows that they're at a point of desperation. They're at a point of survival. So when you're at a point of survival, you're going to fight even harder than what you fight when you're not at a point of survival. So you got to be ready. You got to be prepared to fight your enemy. You got to be prepared because you're going to have to go to his house and destroy his shit and destroy everything that's about him. And this is what they know. My brothers, my sisters, this is what they know. See, they took our heaven and made it their heaven. Gave us hell. They got us mating with their people. Got our men and women turning against their own sexuality. Putting all kind of shit in the food and the water. And tell us just to accept it the way it is. Tell us you can't stand up against this government because if you do, it's treason. How the fuck is going to be treason when you're not a part of it? My brothers and my sisters, Star Wars is coming. Star Wars is coming. They took all of our flags, all of our symbols, all of our sigils. They took everything that originally belonged to us and made it theirs. That's what they did. They took everything that belonged to us originally and made it theirs. Told us the stuff that belonged to us was evil. Gave us religion, gave us God, the Holy Ghost, Allah, Jesus, Muhammad, Jehovah, Yahushua, Yahuda, Yahweh. They gave us all that shit. Make sure we didn't know who the fuck we were. Feel me? This is some serious shit, my brothers and sisters. I just want to share that with you. Because we're at a point now where we got to understand that we've got to build ourselves up. And this is why we're talking about building ourselves up. We got to prepare ourselves because the energy is coming. And these Saxons, like we said, they're in a state of desperation. And those motherfuckers who are more desperate, who are in a state of survival, just remember, they're going to fight a whole lot harder than those who are not in a state of survival. Because they want to remain, even though they don't belong. They want to remain.
Watch this video. This is part 2. I showed you in part 1 that Gog is a person and Magog is a place. Ezekiel 38, set your face toward Gog of the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Y'all, we learned that Gog is the ruler or chief prince of 3 provinces, Meshach, Tubal, and Magog. Now, most people put these 3 nations in Russia, but I'm going to show you why they are dead wrong. Now, Meshach and Tubal are the sons of Japheth, which is the 3rd son of Noah. These sons of Japheth, Meshach and Tubal, did not migrate into Russia, but they migrated into Asia Minor, which is modern-day Turkey. If you need to, pause the video right here because the sons of Japheth, Magog, Meshach, and Tubal were all located in Asia Minor or Turkey. So if Gog is the chief prince of Meshach, Tubal, and Magog, that means he is the chief prince or ruler of Turkey. Y'all, this changes the game. If you want to know why Gog is the ruler of Turkey, follow for part 2. If you want to know the identity of Gog and Magog, watch this video. This is part.
Since the dawn of man, and although many theories have been proposed, scientists cannot say with absolute certainty how this celestial object came into being.
Now, they had to come up with a very bizarre theory for how the moon came into being, because all the conventional theories don't make any sense. The best theory of the moon's formation, phantasmagorically catastrophic collision of 2 things, at just the right angle to form this belt of debris that then formed the moon. But the moon, its exact size is such that it gives us total eclipses. Its disk exactly covers the sun. And the chances of that occurring are so literally astronomically small.
Or watch this video. The Dark Trinity is a term referencing 3 evil demonic spirits found in the Bible that seek to mimic the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Is that we come online this calendar year. We are coming online this calendar year. The war is getting ready to begin, and these Saxons and reptilians and all, they know about this. I'm going to share a message with you guys a little later, because things are going to be going down this calendar year as we watch this system crumble and fall. All right? You're going to start seeing a lot of businesses that you thought were solid fall, just like over on Ford Road. I just found out that the Red Robins over on Ford Road closed their doors. And that was like the spot. Everybody went there. That place was always crowded. But the energy is changing everything. We come online this year. I'm telling you this right now, brothers and sisters. We come online this year. This is why it's important for you to continue your meditation, continue your practices, your Tai Chi, your Chi exercises, your chants, with powers. All right? Those of you who are ready, I'm pretty sure you already know. All right? I'm already ready, brothers and sisters. I'm already ready, brothers and sisters. All right? You already know me. With powers. All right? Those of you who are ready, I'm pretty sure you already know. All right? I'm already ready, brothers and sisters.
Amazon Echoes, they work as surveillance. They're basically monitoring you 24/7, 365, and they also sync up to your Wi-Fi. Now, it's interesting that these relax LED lights basically are being sold as relaxing. which is interesting because LED lights have been proven to cause anxiety. So it's a lot of fancy marketing terms, and you should be aware of these. These are some smart Wi-Fi bulbs, which basically ping Wi-Fi 24/7, 365, acting like a microwave. And if it's above your head, it's basically pulsing the brain 24/7, 365. So we don't want to do anything with that. These are some other different types of bulbs. And then these, in the end, are the incandescents, which are the ones that we want to opt for because they are the safest. They mimic the sun, and they're very, very healthy for us. Also, too, when you're in Home Depot or Lowe's or any of these places, make sure you do not install these Ring doorbells, Google Nests, or Amazon Echoes. They work as surveillance. They're basically...
Discover her prophecy. Click the button you see now. The scariest part is, it seems the powers that be in the U.S. are taking her prophecy very seriously. In fact, a recently declassified document reveals officials are deep in prep.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Luis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is January 26, 2023, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. Out very important stuff here. Let me just read this part really quick. So the Holy Land warplanes carry out strikes in the Gaza Strip. Now follow me with these code words. And fresh rockets alarms sounded in the Holy Land communities bordering the Palestinian enclave Friday morning. So hours after 2 rockets were fired at southern Holy Land in apparent response to a raid in the West Bank a day earlier. All right, guys, so this video, just a lot of information coming out. I was on... All right. And you guys already know that the Sleeping Giant and the Holy Land are doing their earlier. All right, guys, so this video, just a lot of information coming out. I was on Twitter, and this video trending right now, guys. Let me just show you really quick what's going on here. Let me go to this one here. So the Holy Land jets hits Gaza with 15 missiles. All right. And you guys already know.
Why is the price of eggs so high? Everybody knows that they're extremely ungodly right now, right? Well, here's a chicken conspiracy for you that's not really a conspiracy. It's being confirmed not only here in our house, but apparently all over the nation. And nobody said anything about it because we all just assumed it was winter. They stopped laying in the winter as much. And come to find out that everybody across the nation stopped getting eggs from their chickens altogether. Nobody got a single egg all winter from there. Everybody's reporting end of September to like mid-October, the chickens stopped laying, and ours stopped laying in September. We hadn't had a single egg all winter. Well, we discovered, we have a little escape artist here, Luna, our white leghorn there. She can get out of the coop, and just, we can't contain her. Anyway, she started laying again about a month ago, and we discovered that, well, that's weird. She started to lay, and nobody's laid in months. Like, we have gone to months. We've gone months without any eggs at all. So we started looking into it, and then finally somebody said something in one of the chicken groups, and they were like, hey, has anybody else's chickens not laid a single egg? Because we've had them for 50 years, and we've never gone a winter without a single egg. Not one single egg. Well, we started letting our chickens out and to free range. We usually feed them. You can see they're not even touching the feed anymore. Like, this has been here for 3 days. They don't want it. And apparently, everybody who's been feeding their chickens this type of feed has stopped getting eggs altogether. So people who aren't able to let their chickens free range or can't run around the yard at all aren't getting any eggs. Kind of convenient when eggs are the price of, I don't even know, gold at this point, I guess. But yeah, so let's check over here and see if we have any today where they've been out. We had to keep them up yesterday. Yeah, look at here. There she is. She was laying. I was calling for one. She didn't come. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eggs today. 7 eggs. Yes, I know it needs clean. 7 eggs. 7 eggs in one day. We haven't had any for months. Months, y'all. Months. Feed. It's the feed. Everybody's saying it. It's the same thing all across the nation. If you ask people, we're finally figuring it out. So maybe we can kick this egg thing.
And it happens when you close your eyes. Your pineal is stimulated when you close your eyes. Now, the powers that be don't want you to use it, and thus we've all heard of calcification. You can decalcify your pineal gland. So the Vatican know of this knowledge. They truly know of it. They cannot not know of it. And the pine cone sits on the staff of the Pope also. I've mentioned this before. What is this pineal gland that everyone's talking about, and what happens when you trigger it or activate it in meditation, as people always ask? Well, the pineal gland is a very interesting organ in your body, or gland as it is, and it's actually filled with fluid, and surrounded around there are very similar structures to that of the retina of the eye. Now, something which is very, very interesting about the pineal is that it's connected to the same sensory visual part of your brain as what your two eyes are. Now, inside this fluid, they say there are small crystals. And of course, the pineal gland is light reactive, but it is stimulated by darkness. Science has shown us that in darkness, the pineal is stimulated. This is why we dream at nighttime when the eyes are closed. Your pineal is the thing that conjures these dreams into you, or brings you into the dream reality, as it were. Now, with this little gland in your head, and it is, as I say, filled with fluid which has small, tiny crystals within it, it is ultimately your connection to higher dimensions of reality. It is your connection to the spiritual plane. It is, as it was said, the seat of your soul. Now, the pineal gland, being that connection, is something that should be nurtured and looked after. And as I say,